Oh boy. I can explain. I know how much people seem to really love this franchise, at least as a whole. And I'm not at all saying it's bad or anything, but it just never really connected with me for a variety of reasons, really. And I just thought it would be, kinda, I'm not afraid of you. Let's talk about it. Batman Begins came out at a weird time for me. I had still recently gotten so invested in Spider-Man and the Spider-Man movies. There hadn't been a Batman movie since I was, 2.5. The circumstances just were what they were, and then my old number 1 became my new number 2. And then with it being 2005 and me being, 10 and a half years old, which is still 10, just wanting to see a movie in theaters was no guarantee that I would actually see it in theaters, much like now at 26. So Batman Begins just kind of went right by me. So then fast forward to 2008 when The Dark Knight's about to come out. I am fully invested in Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3. Overly protective, not wanting anything to do with any movie that might break the records that it just broke, like The Dark Knight did. And so again, I didn't see that in theaters. I didn't see it at all until my cousin brought the DVD over to our grandmother's house. And then, 2012, Dark Knight Rises, I just didn't care at that point anyway. I wasn't invested, it was fine, I was fine letting that go. But as we all know, we live in a society. And in that society, there are channels like TNT and TBS. And that is how I have seen these movies, aside from The Dark Knight the first time. It's very much a Star Wars scenario for me where I didn't really care about those movies and I'd mostly seen them on TV, the original ones at least. Then I just sat down and watched them on Disney Plus and really got into Star Wars and a lot's changed since then. I thought about trying to watch these movies before I eventually made this video, but I'm not spending my HBO Max free trial on this. This series is about my current opinion. I don't need to validate anything. I don't need facts. So Batman Begins is still the one of the 3 that I've seen the least. I'm still not sure if I've seen it all the way through in one sitting and not just most of the way a few times, but I am pretty sure I've seen it all. I do see it as a pretty good movie that to this day still just hasn't really hooked me yet. I'll give it another 16 years. 16 years? Okay. Then The Dark Knight, very good, probably great movie, with a lot of parts that I really do enjoy, and then just some others that I don't. Every time I watch it, it just kind of loses me for a little bit, and I can't even remember what parts lose me, because they lose me. Then The Dark Knight Rises, in my opinion, a pretty okay movie, but it's the one that I feel like I'm missing the least on. I definitely feel like it feels too long. Some of the plot points are some of the least logical in the franchise. It's the only one where anything makes me go, okay, this part was kind of dumb. Though if I do ever have to die for any reason, I want it to be as unconvincing as this death, because, that's not real, that's not a thing. I wouldn't believe you died, I'd poke you with a stick, you're faking. But if I don't think that any of these movies are particularly bad, why don't I really like them? Well, they just don't feel like what I go to Batman for. They feel like good movies with Batman in them. I don't mind a serious Batman movie, but these movies feel like they want to be taken a little too seriously for me to take them seriously enough. There is just inherent ridiculousness in the concept of a Batman. I don't need the Batmobile explained away, and I don't need it looking like one of my old sneakers. I don't really enjoy Christian Bale's performance that much. It's not bad or anything, I just don't really feel it. I don't know how you do that bat voice so seriously. It's like in these incredibly tense moments, you're still doing this voice that we know is fake. Like, can you save this child, Bruce, instead of making sure you're, just fully in character at all times? Or is that just like the real you? It just takes me out of it every time. I don't know, I think you just need to acknowledge your goofiness and comic bookiness just a little bit more for me to actually take you that seriously. I think that's just what it boils down to. But hey, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. I mean that, do it. Subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell to let your Speter sense tingle when I upload, or the Speter signal, or whatever, I don't know. Wash your hands.